My name is Vincent Oduor, and I'm a fish farmer. Basically what I do is production of fingerlings, that is catfish and tilapia fingerlings. So after graduating, I came here looking for a job. So I was not alone. There were others who were graduating from other different institutions coming here to look for a job. So then the person who was coordinating this whole project, the current director, Kisumu County, then she was the sub-county head, Kisumu East and Central. She called us one day, all of us, we were over 20, sat there, and she told us she can't give us, she doesn't have any job to give us, and the project's ending as well. She's a government employee, but there's a facility that is there that we can use. If we can organize ourselves, we can use the facility to create something for ourselves. So after that, we organized ourselves into a group, registered the group with the name Victoria Aquaculture Youth Group. That was registered in November 2019. So we were still struggling with the group dynamics and all that, moved on to 2020. Now when Corona hit, that is now when we started to see the opportunity within the sector, the fingerling business. So majority of the people who were coming to pick fingerlings from Kisumu and taking to Kiambu, Nairobi, and all those other parts were locked out. They could not access Kisumu. And majority of us having worked in Kiambu, Nairobi, and personally I was studying in Nairobi, so I had contacts from there. They could call us, Vincent, can you help me with this, fingerlings and all that. So with that, we started now looking for other hatcheries that were doing fingerlings. We aggregate, package them very well and put them in a box, take them to courier services, transported them overnight, then they go to where they are. That is at Kiambu, Nairobi, all the way to Mombasa. So majority of 2021 was basically looking for opportunities to kickstart us. And now we went back now to the small businesses just to sustain again. Then in 2022 now, we made the decision to move now into a company, to start now get back up with the focus now on fingerlings production as our first point of business. For our fingerling production, with the facility we have here, we are using a closed recirculating aquaculture system. So we have both closed recirculating aquaculture system and raised ponds. And now the beginning of this year, now we started off with a cage leasing as the first point into entering into cage farming to raise our next batch of broodstock. As a young fish farmer in this country, it also brings to the limelight the fact that the little effort we are doing wherever we are, especially for us, can be recognized just beyond where we operate in. And it's a good feeling and reassurance to what we do actually matter. Probably we are the only one who try to reach out to the farmers that we sell to get their feedback on the kind of products and services that we offer them. Where we are at Aquaculture Band Limited, the Vicinaco facility, this is where we use the domestic wastewater that is released out into the treatment plant here. So every day we get about 6 cubic meters that we take through a membrane bioreactor system. At the membrane bioreactor system, there we do both biological and mechanical filtration. That clean water, the permeate, is pumped through a UV lamp to sterilize this water. Now it runs all the way now to where we have our fish. That's the RAS system. And this being a recirculating aquaculture system, it is highly power intensive. So for us to manage cost of power with the system, solar panels have been installed with batteries on standby as well to make sure there is constant supply of power for this system to operate at optimal. I believe we are the best fish farmers, and number one because first of all from the quality fingerlings and the services, expert services that we offer to you, and number two, our farm, one of the unique features of it is being run 100% by youth. That is from the youth group that we started. Number three, we are the face of innovation within this sector, from the raised ponds that we're using for production to advanced recirculating aquaculture system, and now to moving on to cage fish farming. Keeping in mind the sustainability aspect of fish farming, recycling the wastewater and being used over and over again in food production, we believe we deserve to be the best fish farmer, and we request you to vote for us as the best fish farmers. Thank you, Lattice, and thank you, Aquaculture Academy.